Hello class, I welcome you all to the session. This session is class 8. We are going to look into what is called as fund-based accounting. Okay, so fund means, what is a fund? Fund means amount received or set aside by NPO for a specified purpose. For what purpose? Specific purpose. Okay, so say for example, tournament fund. Tournament fund, you know that in cricket you may have some tournaments to be played. So this fund is set aside for this specified purpose of conduct of tournaments, that is conducting tournaments. Okay, so this fund, if it is going to earn something, okay, like interest, then that amount to be added with that particular fund. Okay, so this is what it means. Now, fund can be used only for the specified purpose. It can be used only for the specified purpose. It cannot be used for any other purpose. Say for example, building fund. You have building fund. Say for example, rupees 20 lakhs. This building fund can be used only for construction of building. Okay, so the purpose should be construction of building only. You cannot use it for tournament. Tournament fund, whatever is the amount, you cannot use it for construction of building. So any fund you have created for a specified purpose, then it can be used only to that particular specified purpose. Now you need to pay attention, concentrate. Separate bank account is created for a specific fund. Okay, so whatever is the money that you're going to deposit for a specific fund, the separate bank account needs to be created. Okay, say for example, there will be bank account 1 for tournament fund. Now building fund, you have bank account 2. So like which, for each fund there will be a separate account. The receipt of donations and incomes relating to a particular fund are credited to that particular fund. So, receipt of donations and income relating to a particular fund is credited to that particular fund. Okay, and any payments and expenses are debited to that particular fund. Okay, so we are going to discuss an example. Price fund balance is 1 lakh. What is the opening balance? So I just simultaneously do your workings. Okay, so what is the opening balance? Opening balance is rupees 1 lakh. Now invested this amount in FD at 8% interest. Now what is invested? This is invested into an FD. 1 lakh is invested into an FD for 8% interest. So we are going to fetch that interest. So it is an income. So I'm going to add with this fund as interest earned. How much is the interest earned? 8% on 1 lakh, which is 8,000. Then further donations of 10,000 is received. So it is also an addition to the fund. So I'm going to add this. So further donation is 10,000. Okay, and the next thing, expenses incurred towards prizes are 7,000, towards trophies are 3,000, and 4,000 towards distribution of cash prizes. So expenses incurred for the year. Expenses incurred towards prizes. So I'm going to less expenses incurred towards prices. Okay, so how much is the expenses incurred towards prices? See, expenses incurred towards prices is only 7,000. Profits will not come, and 4,000 distribution of cash prices will not come. This is a price fund balance. So, expenses related to that particular fund only should be here. So, I'm going to deduct 7,000. So, this is going to be my balance. Okay, so 7,000 I'm going to deduct. So 1 lakh plus 8,000 plus 10,000, which is 1,18,000 minus 7,000. My balance is going to be 1,11,000. Now what is this? This is shown in as per the balance sheet. Now this is a surplus, right? So it is shown in the liability side of balance sheet. Okay, now imagine the same thing. We have one more situation. Opening balance, let me take it as an imaginary figure as 10,000. Interest earned is 1,500, and you have 5,000 as donation received. But expenses towards prices for that particular year is 20,000. Now, my total of this, that comes to 16,500. Now, this is a negative figure because it is an expense, right? So, here I will be getting, if I'm minusing 20,000, minus 20,000, I will be getting how much? I will be getting 3,500, which is also a negative figure. Okay, now this, where should I show this? This I have to show it in the debit side of income and expenditure account. Okay, so this I will show it in the debit side of the income and expenditure account because this is a expenses. This expenses is more. 20,000 is more than the balance itself, right? So this particular thing. So if it is a surplus, if it is having a positive figure, I will show it in the liability side of the balance sheet. And if it is a negative figure, I will show it in the debit side, which means expenses side of income and expenditure. So I hope that this particular example is clear. Okay, so let us proceed. The next thing that we have to pay attention is, see, an account or asset is created out of a specified fund. So when an asset is created, say for example, building fund. Take this example. When an asset is created out of the specified fund, then you show that in the asset side of the balance sheet, and whatever is the fund, you need to deduct it from that particular fund. Say for example 20 lakhs is, from the 20 lakhs 6 lakhs is being used for construction. Then 6 lakhs you will show it in the asset side, and 20,000 will show it as a balance, opening balance, less transferred to capital fund. I'll be showing you how to, but this particular thing should be shown. Now as of now you remember this. In the next class I will continue the same. Okay, thank you class.